Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. This is Soncerae here. I appreciate you tuning into my live stream. When you do get here, make sure that you thumbs up the live stream. You got one job and one job only. And that's the thumbs up the live stream. Yo, let me tell you something. You know what I be doing a lot of? Minding my damn business. I be minding my business. You feel me? Like I mind the business that pays me. It's more beneficial to me to mind the business that pays me. And I think the only time I try to step out of pocket and maybe put my attention elsewhere, it's still a strategic way for me to mind the business that pays me. It's never going to be, like I'm talking about someone or gossiping about someone or expressing my opinion about someone, and it's not secretly me still minding the business that pays me. It's always going to be me minding the business that fucking pays me. So earlier today, I was somewhere minding the business that pays me, and this guy comes into my comment section. I mean, into my DMs and start telling me about some girl named Tiffany. And he shows me some screenshots of some comments that was made on a video that this Tiffany person made. So the name of the video was called Soncerae is trying to get Kevin Samuels' attention. Right. Now that was kind of weird to me because I wouldn't have to try. Getting his attention is pretty easy because he asked for you to call him. So if I genuinely wanted like Kevin Samuels' attention, I would not have to make a video about him. I would just call him up and talk to him. I'm another content creator. So usually when you're a content creator and you have, a following, usually it's easier for you to talk to another content creator. You know what I mean? Because we kind of can relate. So that's one reason that would make it easy for me to have access to this man. And number two, he makes himself accessible to women. So I would just, if I needed his attention, I could call him and say, "Hey, Kevin Samuels, Kitten Hills, need your attention." Hey, Daryl. So, um, what struck me is odd, right? After this person told me that the Tiffany person made a video about me. What struck me as odd was that it was a female. Because usually for me, I spend a lot of my time trying to empower women. To me, if you're not doing something other than gossiping about a woman, and you have a shit ton of gal pals around you, you got a shit ton of friends around you, and all y'all do is gossip about other women, all y'all need to get another set of female friends. Because when I'm in the room with my homegirls, like when me and my gal pals sit down and we have a little powwow, usually what we talking about is money, business, ideas, ambition. You know what I mean? We don't literally, we just do not sit down and talk about other women and what they're doing. So when I found out that it was a woman that made a video about me last night, I was not upset. I don't know if it was last night or what, but I wasn't upset. It was more of like, wow, join the club, bitch. Like, everybody always feeling some type of way when I have an opinion about someone. Like this person was actually mad, I guess, that I had an opinion about Kevin Samuels. I didn't watch the content because I try not to stick my nose in negative spaces because that's not conducive to the process of my spiritual growth. So I've been trying to stay away from a lot of negative stuff. But, when it's time for me to be a content creator and it's time for me to do commentary, I literally have to have an opinion about something that I'm observing or an experience or a trending topic that everybody loves to talk about. And one of the main things that makes me a good content creator, not just on the many years I've been on YouTube, but also with me being on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and Roku and wherever else I put up content, one of the tools that you have to use in order to be a good content creator is You have to keep your ear to the streets. Like whatever's trending, you have to have an opinion about it. And you have to pay attention to the people inside of your audience and what they are saying that they want. So as of recently, like yesterday or some day before that, I was actually doing kind of like a viewer's choice type of thing where I was talking about Kevin Samuels, and I wanted to understand why people kept telling me I needed to converse with this man. Now, when you do a commentary, you got to talk about people, which is not my favorite thing to do because I don't like to gossip. I don't like to talk about people. Um, but for people to have a negative feeling about me giving my opinion or giving commentary about someone when that's what YouTube is about is just weird to me. So, number one, the first thing that bothered me was the chick was female. But then I was like, you know what? It's negative females out here. That's what, like you have betas, like you have dusties, you got dust bunnies, you got low energy females, you got low hanging fruit. I always talk about high end women and high end women at the top of the tree, and I talk about low energy fruit, low hanging fruit with low energy. Women who are capable of like creating content where they join in on dragging another woman. A lot of these women have jealousy issues, they're insecure, lack confidence, because if you got confidence in your own skill, your own looks, you don't necessarily judge other women. And I tell women this all the time when they judge another woman about her sexuality or they judge a woman about her looks. When you secure in yourself who you are as a woman, when you see other women, it's you don't be judgmental of her. You just let her do, her thing, whatever it is, even if you disagree. You just it's okay to coexist and be cordial. You understand? Not everything, deserves a response, especially not a negative one, So um it's just something that I had to deal with. So I kind of like thought about it for a second, like, damn, another female that's dragging me. But then I was like, wait a minute, bitches do this all the time. This is nothing new. Like these bitches can't come up with nothing original. It always has to be let's dog on each other, let's drag each other. But that's what comes with the territory. You got to deal with negative people, you got to deal with positive people. You know what I mean? Like your positive people you love being around, and you got negative people that you don't really care for too much. You know what I mean? So that's number one. Number two, the fact that the reason why I had a negative perspective of Kevin Samuels to begin with was because he was disrespecting women. Right? That was my biggest thing. He disrespects women. That's the only reason why I don't like dude. He just disrespects women. You know what I'm saying? Right? It has nothing to do with anything else. Just the fact that he disrespects women. So it just seemed kind of ironic that, I dislike Kevin Samuels because he disrespects women, and then a woman who I'm defending basically gets upset with me for feeling some type of way about Kevin Samuels. So anyway, any videos that I make about Kevin Samuels is usually a viewer's choice type of thing. It wouldn't be something that I would choose just myself. But in order for me to get views on my channel or to get even to create some type of dialogue where I just want to sit down and talk with people who are subscribed to me, sometimes I have to talk about trending topics. And it just so happens that a lot of the people that watch me, a lot of them like Kevin Samuels, and a lot of them want me to interact with him, and I'm not interested. So I just wanted to, engage with my audience. I may not ever talk to Kevin Samuels, and I'm completely fine with that. I just wanted to engage with my audience. So that's my reasoning behind any topic that you see me post about. If I'm talking about a content creator, like I was talking about a transgender content creator yesterday, I don't have any ill will or any personal feelings, negative feelings about any person that I talk about. I'm just giving my opinion about people. You know what I mean? Because that's what the people inside of my audience want to discuss. They want to discuss certain things. So, I'm just pleasing my audience. I'm here for my audience. I'm here for people that do support me. I'm not concerned about the people that don't. You know, a lot of people don't. Like a lot of people love my personality, and a lot of people don't. It just, this it comes with the territory, and I'm okay with that. I'm not somewhere like butt hurt that somebody don't like me. I just be like, okay, but I don't know the girl's channel. Her name was Tiffany, from what I understand, and someone sent me screenshots, but I don't know her name of her channel. I just know that the video that she posted about me, it was called Soncerae is trying to get Soncerae wants Kevin Samuel's attention, and my moderators and stuff and everybody, even my supporters, were asking me not to respond to this video. And I usually don't respond to people's videos anyway, because it would take up too much time for me to sit down and just respond to everything. There was a time when all I was doing on YouTube was responding to a whole bunch of people and their opinion about me. So with time, I just got came to the conclusion that I can't control what other people are thinking, doing, saying. All I can do is control how I respond to that shit. And most of the people that know me or that listen to my content, I'm big on like good energy, positive energy. I'm trying to do something, high energy over here. I got a plan for myself and my kids, and I just don't want to be taking off focus of who I'm trying to be and what I'm doing off of some foolishness on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, um, I wasted a lot of years on YouTube being distracted by a whole bunch of foolishness. I feel like a lot of people who have something negative to say about me, it would be more beneficial for these people to come to me and ask me how I got, over 40,000 subscribers. Ask me some shit like that, instead of using your platform to put my name in your title so you can get some views or you can get some type of attention, just like everybody else does, right? Because if you was to post a video that didn't have my name in it or didn't have Kevin Samuel's name in it, you wouldn't be able to get any type of real views. People were saying that to me inside of my comment section when I was doing the live stream about Kevin Samuels. They was like, "Why do you have Kevin Samuel's name in the title? You're trying to get views." I was like, "Nah, I'm really not gonna get a lot of views off of that." Like, a lot of people don't. If what y'all don't do is go look at my content. If you take your time, go look at my most popular video. Most popular content is never about someone specific. I think my most popular video, I did a review on a Yala Van Zant episode where she was like doing a intervention with that Marie Holmes chick who won the lottery. I think that's a popular video of mine. But most of my videos that are popular is never me talking about someone specific or dragging somebody or giving my opinion about someone. I think I only have 2 or 3 videos that's like that. That's like viral. You know what I mean? I think the other one was like Derek Jackson. And even in that video, I said something positive about Derek Jackson. So, it's not I'm not the type of person that use somebody else's name to get views. Like, I just don't feel like that's conducive to my channel. But I realize that a lot of people do that to me. A lot of people who have smaller channels do that to me. They have to use my name or they have to create like this weird story or follow behind some weird rumor about me in order to get some views on their channel. It's so weird because I feel like if you put more energy into your content, coming up with some type of schedule, looking at the analytics of your channel to see what your audience really wants, doing the long-term things that you need to do in order to create, money off of your channel, that could be more beneficial for you in the long run. I remember I used to tell people back when everybody was like making videos about me all the time. I used to get on my YouTube channel and I would say, like, flat out, like, yo, y'all could make so much more money and do so much better on YouTube if you would talk about something other than me. Because in order to create a brand and for you to brand yourself and to be able to keep an audience or have an audience, you got to have that audience attached to you. And you don't want to be in somebody else's shadow. You don't want to be known for somebody else that you was talking to. Like, for a long time, a lot of people kept only hit me up because they saw me through Tommy Sotomayor's channel. And that shit was annoying me because I was like, I'm out here doing my own thing. I don't want people to come be watching my channel because some other person is talking about me. So I just think that it's strange that YouTubers or content creators or people who like to do beef videos and drama videos and shit, that y'all don't think of something more constructive to do so y'all can really make some money off your channel, man. It would be great. It would be great if you could figure out how to do that without having to, like drag somebody in the process. But so as a woman, right? Um, I try, like, I'm not a feminist. Somebody was arguing with me about that shit earlier. I'm not a feminist, right? I'm not a woman that's out here like, I woman hear me roar, let me beat on my chest and shit. But I do try to teach people from a practical level on how to be a better person, both male and female. It's kind of like my responsibility. Like it's a balance there. It used to be kind of on my platforms. It used to be just one sided where it would be all men, but nowadays it seems to be like equal. So I just try to like cater to the people that's watching me. So sometimes it's a lot of men and sometimes it's a lot of women. And one thing that I want to try to teach women is how y'all are with each other, how we are with each other. Like breaking the sister code is big. I see so many women doing this shit is ridiculous. It's like as a woman, what you're supposed to be doing as a woman is make sure you're supporting every other woman. Every other woman. You don't have to be a feminist to be supportive of your sister or to clap for your sister. You know what I mean? And even when you disagree, even when you disagree. And I think the only time I've kind of felt negative about a female that I didn't really know personally, because it's really hard for me to have a negative feeling about a female I don't know personally. I the one time I felt some type of way was this one woman who, and this has to do with Kevin Samuels too, which is weird. It's weird. She was very much accepting the fact that Kevin Samuels disrespects women, right? And calls it the truth. And she was saying that basically the things that he taught her made it to where she's finally getting engaged. And so I was saying, well, to me, when women have to jump through hoops or do manipulation tactics in order to get men to marry them, that's bad in itself. But when you as a woman are encouraging other women to follow behind a man who is abusive or toxic, who is giving advice to women that is detrimental to them, and you're clapping for that and encouraging other women to do that, then you become a problem as well. Because you are encouraging women to accept disrespect and abuse. So to me, whenever a woman is okay with a man disrespecting women or, you know, okay with women disrespecting other women, it becomes an issue for me. Because I think it's just so inappropriate. We should have each other's backs at all times. And that's the biggest problem with black women, the breaching the sisterhood code all the time. Like how traditional women try to compare themselves to modern women. And for me, it's like anytime I've seen a traditional woman who is like really pressed to be married and looking for a provider, out here big on this hypergamy bullshit, even though it's different for me and it's not something that I want to apply to my life because I'm looking for a partner. I'm not looking for a man to provide for me. I'm looking for a partner. So it's different. So I would always say to these traditional women, every time they would get on their platform and they would dog the fuck out of modern women or women who, went out there and was independent, and they would classify women who were self-sufficient and self-reliant as like masculine or, like they were less of women, less like they had less womanhood basically. That was a problem for me. And this is why I kind of had to detach myself from any woman that was like a traditional woman because if you're a woman and you are disrespecting women who may be different from you, there is something toxic about you. And that's what I'm trying to prevent women from being exposed to. So I can't support a woman who is dragging another type of woman in her choices. Just like I said a minute ago, when you are secure in who you are as a woman, it's unnecessary for you to put down another one. You know what I mean? I'll put down a woman the second I find out she disrespecting another one. This is when she becomes a problem to me. So pinning us against each other is something that men been doing. Men been doing that shit to women for years. And I just want for women to wise up and stop allowing people to pin us against each other. Men do it all of the time. So when I look at a woman, like when I talk about low hanging fruit and women of value, even when I see like I had to defend a chick on TikTok that was a low hanging fruit type of chick, right? 'Cause she didn't really know no better. She was young. She was like 21. And she was on there talking stupid, and I could tell she was low hanging fruit and she really just needed some guidance. And in comes the beta attacking her. Even though she was in the wrong, I still had to defend her. I still had to defend her. Even though I'm high value, there was a time that I remember being low hanging fruit. Like when I tell betas all the time, I tell betas, you can just one day decide to change who you are and just go through the steps of improving yourself. It's like if you fat one day, you decide, you know what? I want to put down the donut and get my ass on the treadmill. And then you become muscular. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's all you're doing is improving who you are. So when I see low hanging fruit or I see women, disrespecting themselves, or they don't know any better, or they just need some guidance, I don't put them down. I just help them. You know what I mean? Okay, sis, here's a better way you can handle this. Like when single mothers come into my single moms group, we give you life on Facebook. Black single moms, we give you life on Facebook. Girls come in there and they be so bitter, so upset with their baby daddies. So I got to give them advice to smooth their situation out. Cause they be so bitter and they don't even realize how bitter they are. A lot of times I have to say it. This is what you should be doing. This will help you improve as a woman. This will give you a better co-parenting experience with the fathers of your child. A lot of those women feel like because these men are no longer with them, they're still mad at these men about that. And they will not let these men see their children. And I'm like, you gotta give this man the opportunity to be around his kids, even if he denied his kids initially. You gotta give them the opportunity to do that. And it's hard. I know it is. But you got to get out your own way. You got to get out that specific type of mindset. So instead of me turning my nose up at these women, like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of my group, I don't do that. I just be like, Mama, here's a better way. Here's a suggestion. And if you choose not to listen to my suggestion, then that's fine. You know what I mean? But here's some guidance for you, and I hope you take the advice. I'm not gonna try to pin women against each other. Christina Sofly, I ain't seen you in a while. We need to stick together, but I can't co-sign this. Female dating coach Michaela Pink gets arrested for theft. She's a scammer. Da- Wait, you said you can't co-sign. Michaela Pink is in jail right now. How did she scam? Oh Lord. Let me tell you something. I keep trying to tell y'all ladies, stop following these women that are about hypergamy. I tell y'all this all the time. That's what Michaela Pink does. That's who she is. She's a hypergamy guru. How is she scamming? That's what I want to know. How is she scamming? Hey, Cash, check out a credit. BC bracelets. What's up? How is she scamming? I want to know how she ended up in jail. That is a good, that's interesting. That's good. Is that a rumor? Because I know how y'all do sometimes. Is that a rumor? I need some truth up in here. Sometimes people be spreading some stuff that's not accurate. But she's a hypergamy guru. I wouldn't even classify her as a dating coach because these are the women that y'all are looking up to and they're encouraging you on how to manipulate men. They're giving you these tricks on how to manipulate men into marrying you, giving you money, doing all that shit. Shit's ridiculous. Oh wow, she's in wow, she's in jail for real. No, she's not a dating coach. Let me tell you something about a dating coach. I wouldn't even. I'm the type of person. I give her advice across the board. I give relationship advice. I give advice about financial management. I talk about spirituality. I'm just the type of person that I encourage people to have the Quan. The Quan is basically them being successful in all areas: spiritual, love, family, community, all of it. I hate calling myself a dating coach, but I got to because that's what people call me. You know what I'm saying? That's just what people call me. So if I'm hashtagging something, I'll put dating coach there. But Michaela Pink and women who are like her, hypergamy gurus, they teach y'all to quote unquote level up, and it's bullshit. All of it. All of it. Okay? Y'all need to be going out here getting your own bread because men are out here tired of babysitting women, tired of having women laying up in their houses using up their money, eating up their food, driving their cars because you want a quote unquote provider. A true alpha is not going to want to be a provider. He's going to want a partner. Think about this. You got Barack and Michelle. Let's just use them as an example because y'all know them. Y'all know nobody in my personal life, but y'all know them. So Barack and Michelle. Michelle was an attorney. She did her own thing while her husband was senator. Think about this. She didn't just lay there and be like, you know what? I'm gonna just let Barack go out here and handle everything, and I'm gonna just sit here and chill. No, she went out here and did the damn thing too. That's what y'all supposed to be doing. Y'all not supposed to be sitting around looking for men to get money from. You're supposed to be going out there and getting your own, man. That's the shit that kills me about all of these people that claim to be dating coaches for women, if they're women. See, the dating coaches that are men, they're actually teaching you how to get the love and respect and the security and the confidence in yourself, which is a good thing. What these female dating coaches are supposed to be teaching y'all is to also have that type of self-care routine and do what you're supposed to do, but they're also not supposed to teach you to be so toxic towards men. They teach y'all to be toxic towards men, almost in a vindictive type of way because you've made poor choices in regards to men in the past. We all have done that, men and women alike. We've all made poor choices in men in the past. So these women out here destroying your future, telling you to go out here and level up. It's girls out here talking about something. I'm only going to date a rich man. I'm only going to date a CEO. I'm just going to do this. If he ain't rich, I don't want to kick it with him. If he ain't making six figures, I don't want to date him. And I'd be like, okay, bitch, what are you doing? Do you have six figures? Do you have a car, a house, a job? What's your credit score? What's that looking like? Have you invested in some cryptocurrency? Have you even, turned on Yahoo Finance at any moment? What do you know about six figures? What do you know about being a billionaire or a millionaire? Nothing, right? So why would you expect your partner to be the complete opposite of what you are? And this is what women don't want to hear me say. The cops are checking all her social media pages. Michaela, supposedly she has a Pornhub page wearing a mask. Okay. I mean, I mean, can't knock the hustle if that's what she wanted to do. I have an OnlyFans. I keep it a buck about my shit. I have OnlyFans. I take sexy pictures. They're all over my community tab on YouTube. They're on my Facebook, my Instagram. They're everywhere. I promote OnlyFans everywhere. Anywhere I can. Twitter. I don't knock no chick hustle. But damn, don't depict yourself to be something that you're not. Somebody said to me, if a person got a whole bunch of followers, they can't possibly be wrong. What they're doing must be right. It must be working. No. People, let me tell you something. A lot of people are really dumb. A lot of people follow behind anything. Anything. It's easy to get a cult like following. All you got to do is be consistent. That's all you got to do. Be consistent. Get little catchphrases and names that you call your audience. Get little catchphrases that you say to them all of the time. Repeat the same thing over and over and over again, and you get people just following behind you. It's not hard. You just got to do it. So when you see big content creators like Michaela or like Kevin Samuels, just because they have a lot of people following them doesn't mean that what they're saying is accurate. Remember what happened in Jamestown? Do y'all remember what happened in Jamestown? Everybody drank the goddamn Kool-Aid. They thought they was following somebody that was good for them, didn't they? Until the day came where they had to drink that damn Kool-Aid. Next thing you know, everybody did. Following behind somebody they shouldn't have been following behind. And had they done their research before they hopped on a plane all the way to motherfucking, where was they at? Costa Rica or whatever the fuck they at. Instead of hopping on this plane from America to wherever they went just to be in Jamestown, they should have been out here doing some research instead of that on this man. They didn't know him. So people follow people because sometimes these people might be manipulating them. They live in double lives. They're lying. And how many times have we seen pastors and ministers do this shit? How many times have we seen pastors and ministers have this big ass following, but then they private life and behind the scenes they doing some fuck shit? Wasn't that Bishop Eddie Long? You know how many people follow Bishop Eddie Long and he was quote unquote molesting gay boys? Come on now, just because somebody got a whole bunch of people following them doesn't mean that what they're doing or what they're saying is accurate. Y'all got to start, man, man. So Christina SoFly, here's my question to you. What's the big problem about her having a porn hub to you? This is not me being combative. This is just me asking you, why does it make you uncomfortable that she is on there doing that? Is it because on her YouTube channel she depicts herself to not be that type of woman? That's what I want to know because I hear her give women advice all of the time, but when I figured out, not all the time, but when I figured out she was a hypergamy guru, I decided to no longer be interested in her. I shut all of them off. The second I start hearing them talk about marrying up and getting wealthy men for their money and shit, I'm good. I can teach a girl how to have a sugar daddy for her years in college. But outside of that, you need to be, you in college, you getting your education. When you graduate from college, you need to take your ass somewhere and get your bread. Personally, I don't even think they should be relying on a sugar daddy. I tell them, hey, you in college, get you a sugar daddy, but same time, you better be working your ass off. Stop relying on these men to do for you and do for yourself. Come on. Because they drop videos damn near every day and cater to all of those subscribers. That's basically all it takes. You gotta eat shit and breathe YouTube. That's how you get popular. That's all you gotta do. It has to be what you do every day. If you want to start making money on YouTube, post content every day. And I'm not talking about lazy ass content where you sit there and you just do live streams all day. You have to put forth some energy into your live streams as well. You gotta buy the equipment. You gotta do the intros. You gotta do what you need to do. You know? You can't just be lazy with it. If you want to make over like 40,000 subscribers and you want to be all big and shit like these Michaela Pinks and these, what's that other one? Shira 7 chick. Who else? Who else do hypergamy shit? Or divestment shit? Those two types of genres. And you got the really, really popular YouTubers that do that shit. They put a lot of energy into that shit. I'm telling you, YouTube is not for the faint of heart at all. It is difficult to even get to the point I'm at. And I never ever strived to be like any of them. Like I never wanted a shit ton of subscribers. I am surprised I even had 40,000. I'm surprised I got there Because my whole intentions for YouTube was to just get on here, tell some jokes, be funny, make a little check, and that's it. It wasn't to be as big as them. I don't even know how I will be able to handle that. But anyway, my question, my question, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me because I don't know. I think you can probably see me because I'm in my car. Can you see me? Okay, wait a minute. All right, sorry. Could you hear me? Okay, you said, all right, no problem with Michaela. I got to pro her page myself. Oh, okay. I thought you had an issue. Did y'all hear me talking about how you got to drop videos every day in order to get a lot of subscribers? Did y'all hear that part? Um, I'm not trying to sit up here and fool other women. I can advise them how to catch an older, wealthy dude, though. I mean, catching an older, wealthy dude and using him for his money shouldn't be every woman's motive out here. Nor should it be that you want to continue to be on Pornhub, Christina. And here's my thing about you, Christina. If you got a Pornhub page, why would you get into my chat and try to pretend like Michaela Pink having one was like this big issue? You got one. How is it an issue? Hey, Gotti, how is it an issue? I don't understand. That's so funny. Dating is so different because the virus getting to know someone can be received on what type of mask they may be wearing. Um, even when it wasn't, even when the virus wasn't a thing, dating was still hard because people were still putting on masks and facades. They was doing that shit before. Now it's kind of like online dating is a thing more than it was. Online dating was a thing before, but now it's kind of like you didn't have a choice. So if you're single and you want to date someone, you got to do a lot of videos, a lot of video chatting. That's how me and the guy that I date are. We video chat a lot. You know, we don't see each other as much as we would like to, and we'll probably end up seeing each other more. But for the most part, out of the 7 months, almost 8 months I've been talking to this guy, for the most part, it's just been texts, phone calls, voice notes, and damn videos. What can you do? You know, when everything damn closed. Um, Life's too short to spend time with someone for money, especially in a cashless society. A lot of women just want to do that. A lot, and I'm telling men, like, be careful who you spending your bread on, man, because these women don't genuinely want you for you. That's a problem in itself. And any woman who's clapping for a woman to be that damn toxic is toxic herself. You know what I mean? I want to know, Christina. You saying she stole money? Okay, explain that. Like, what happened? She stole money from who, from where, and why is this? You know, why is it? Why are you surprised? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Why are you surprised and not trusting her when she had a dubious character from the beginning? She had a dubious character when she was teaching you about hypergamy. She had a dubious character when she was teaching you that you should only date men who are wealthy instead of dating these men for who they are as a person. Because a man could be wealthy as fuck and still be a shit stain and annoy the absolute fuck out you. We have met plenty of wealthy men who are assholes. A lot of times when wealthy men are assholes towards women, it's because he know you ain't got shit. And you could sit up there and he could disrespect the absolute fuck out you and you'll still stay around because you want his bread. A lot of wealthy men are like that. Not every wealthy man is a good man to be around. But so many of these women are so pressed to have the status of having a last name, saying that they're married, having a ring on their finger, like their value comes out of who they sleeping with or who they married to or how much money they can get out of a man. That should not be the measuring tape. That should not be how you measure your worth. And a lot of women are lost. That's why it's so easy for them to follow somebody like Michaela Bain. Now, again, just because I'm giving my opinion about this woman doesn't mean I have any, emotional ill will towards her. My biggest issue with her and women like her is that continuously, these women have shown how toxic they are when they're dealing with men. They're showing you they have a dubious character. So it's no reason to be surprised when you see that they're in jail because they stole some shit. They telling you to use a man for his money. That tell you right there something fucked up with them. Anybody with a soul, anybody with a heart, anybody that's kind is never going to tell you you need to level up, not improve who you are as a person on the inside, but you need to level up who you dating and only date men who got money. There are some men out there who have regular salaries that would be so good to you. And y'all two would be just fine if y'all build a partnership together and both of y'all was in, making money together. Do you know how many couples are out there they both making a decent salary? They go out there, they still go on cruises. He still take her out. Y'all want to live all of these luxury lifestyles, but you don't understand. Most of the people that you see that's out here living in all of this luxury, they're living paycheck to paycheck too. Because people with money don't really spend a lot of money. People who are genuinely wealthy live below their means. People with real money, they understand that money looks better in their bank account or in their investment portfolio. Not spending it on some bird brain bitch. You know what I'm saying? Not spending it on some pussy. Spending it on some handbags and Christian Dior and all of this fancy dancy stuff. I seen the chick the other day say something bad about women who wear Bath and Body Works mist, as if it was like this low energy thing, like this low class thing that only that no high woman of value will wear. I'm wealthy and still wear Bath and Body Works like it's nothing. I spray on some mist in a heartbeat. My favorite fragrance is Chanel number 5. I like me some of that J'adore. I like me Anise. I like me some, Victoria's Secret, Dream Angels, Heavenly. I like a lot of different fragrances, but just because I'm not sitting here with a perfume bottle, a bottle of perfume that cost me an arm and motherfucking leg, doesn't mean I'm suddenly just, the most high valuest woman on the planet. No, it's my character that makes me that way. When you got money as a woman already, I'm sure the guy, even if he has way more money, has to bring more than cash to the table. There are mental and emotional things a woman may need that he might can't. I think if you're born in a place of lack, you're going to always want more versus a child born into money. Well, I think for me, I think that might be an accurate statement. I know for me specifically, right? I've grown up in both atmospheres. I spent a piece of my childhood wealthy because my mother was balling out of control because she was an accountant. And then she was engaged to my stepfather. And my stepfather was working at this place, but we ended up finding out that he was laundering money. So we always had money. Like we lived in a nice house. My mother had a car. My stepfather had 2 cars. He had a truck and a car. We lived in a 3-story home. I grew up in a decent environment. But then when my mother and my stepfather broke up, I went to live with my grandmother. She basically lived in the hood in this tiny ass apartment with one of her children. And so my life changed. I saw a different way of living. So for me, it's like, I guess because I've seen both, I kind of can, I don't know. I'm just different when it comes to money, man. I just don't feel like a man could come to me and be financially stable and that's it. Like I've never looked for a man and been like, as long as he got money, I'm gonna still kick it with him. Nah, because it's been like, are you gonna be good to me? Are you gonna spoil me in other ways? I like men that can cook for me. I like men who rub my bath water and rub my back, comb my hair, stuff like that. I like men I can talk to. I talk to him about esoteric things, maybe spirituality, maybe cryptocurrency, finances, credit, shit like that, real estate, buying properties. I like to talk about stuff, meaningful stuff. So if I'm with a man and he's wealthy and he can't do any of those things, it's like, what's the point of being with you? Phone sex and video chat sessions is getting popular, not actually going on a real date because of COVID-19, right? I think women are waking up to being their own brand. Once you have been in fashion or retail, you know it's tagged. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, like I think. Listen, my cousin, right? The cousin that came on YouTube that was supposedly put me on blast. Do y'all remember this cousin of mine who I hadn't seen in 20 years, but she got onto YouTube and made it seem like she knew what was going on with me when I disappeared for like 5 months. She was telling everybody that I quote unquote faked my death and all this weird shit, right? My cousin used to really want to be a fashion designer. She went to school for fashion design. And it was her that put me on to consignment shops. So we would go into the consignment shop and it would be all of this name brand shit in there, but it would be something somebody already wore. So she had all this name brand shit and she looked all uppity and fancy dancy, but she really was just getting it from consignment shops. When you know better, you do better. When you want to, look nice, you don't have to spend a shit ton of money to look that way. But a lot of women are label whores. They think they gotta wear labels all over the front of them to prove that they worth something. That's stupid. That's backwards. Wealthy people don't think that way. Do you think? Listen, I live in Northern California. Do you know how much money you got to make to live where I live? A lot. So, do you think these people walking around here with Christian Dior and all that shit on? No, they don't give a fuck. You know what these people care about? Homes and a car. That's it. Mainly their house. They don't care about cars and fashion. Listen, Northern California is the least fashion savvy place I've ever seen. I've lived in Charlotte. I've lived in DC. I've lived in Jacksonville. I've lived in Atlanta. These people in Northern California don't give a fuck about fashion. They don't care about that shit. They are not walking around here fancy dancy at all. They keep it real simple. When you go into the mall, it's like, oh my God, everything's so uniform. Like the way that they dress here. Because number one, it's predominantly like white, Asian, Hispanic. The way that they do things is different. Now, if you go to a predominantly black area, then it might be different. Fashion, everything's about fashion. But for the most part, these people ain't studying that. These people are not studying that. My Pornhub page is not that bad. Just lingerie, heels, and requests to see my feet. I'm surprised you're not doing that on OnlyFans. I'm surprised that that's enough on Pornhub for you to be able to make some money. It's Pornhub. Like Pornhub. So you're supposed to be doing porn on there. Like OnlyFans, you can get on and just show your feet. Pornhub though, whole different story. Whole different story. Hey Eugene. Hey Eugene, what's up? You're still a garden tool, Christina. You meeting those older men, girl? Stop, Nicole. Don't be in here. Listen, Nicole Thomas. Don't be calling her no garden tool. Hide a little fake profile. We don't know what you doing with your twat over there. Do not do that. The whole point of the live stream is so y'all can understand you don't have to be against each other because a woman different from you. So what? So what? If she wants to use her twat to wipe down a car, that's her motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so tired of women being mad at other women because what women doing with they damn vagina. Half of the women that's looking at other women and calling them hoes wish they could be as sexually liberated. Like, the ones that want to be so virgin like all the time, pretend like they virgin. Like, let me tell you something about all women. All women. And the reason why I know this is because I'm bisexual. Okay. So women have come to me plenty times like, I'm just curious. I want to know what it's like to be with the women. How you listen, how you think I used to end up having threesomes all the time with my polyamorous partner? I used to pull the women in, not him. My agreement with him was like, I used to be like, listen, We not going. I'm not going to leave. We come to some place together. We leave someplace together. If we go to the swingers club together, we go to swingers club together. We come out together. We go to the club together. We leave the club together. Never with somebody else because we together. And we had like these rules of things that we wouldn't do. So his rule was he didn't want me to do anything with other men, and I didn't want him to do anything with women without me being in there because it would defeat the purpose. Because the whole point was to have threesomes. So I would make a deal with the women because the women didn't want him; they wanted me. So I said to them, "Listen, if you want me, you got to sleep with both of us." That used to be the deal. These women did not listen. They were supposedly wasn't bisexual, never had a experience with a female ever, but was coming to me like, listen, I want to know what it's like to be with a woman. I want to know what it's like to be with you. Can I come and, fuck with you? And I'd be like, I got a man. You can, do both of us. That's the deal, homie. You know what I mean? And then they do it. So women have a lot of sexuality inside of them. A lot of women want to have sex. They want to have sex with as many men as they want. But they just don't want to be judged for it. Do you know how many women want to put their twat on Pornhub and OnlyFans? They don't want to be judged for it, y'all. That's it. You know? Never met a woman that would share me, kill me, probably if I even thought about it. Yeah, I mean, some women don't want that. Some women want monogamy, you know, because they feel like if they wanted something else, they would get judged for it. Yo, pro woman. Michaela Pink is a hypergamy guru. That's who Michaela Pink is. She does videos encouraging women to date men with money. She's basically like one of those level up type of chicks, right? And I was listening to her for a second. Like I just subscribed to her channel maybe like a month ago. And when I saw that she was doing hypergamy shit, I unsubscribed. Or I might still be subscribed, but just stop watching it. I liked her. I liked her personality. I liked what she was saying until I found out she was doing hypergamy bullshit. And I was like, yeah, you know, y'all was born. If he would let you have a dude involved at least once, that's insecure on his part. Yeah, it was a one-sided type of situation. Like he would feel uncomfortable if I did that. So yeah, we was in a polyamorous situation, and yeah, we were supposed to have an open situation, but he wouldn't let me be with other men. That was my issue. It's like, yo, that's what I tell men all the time. I tell men, y'all want to have y'all freedom to do whatever. Y'all want to have your choices, your varieties, and all that shit. But you don't want women to have them same spoils. That's the problem. Yeah, she's supposedly on part. This is what Christina Fly was saying, and another girl was saying that she was on a Pornhub with a mask on, giving oral sex. Now my thing is, and like, so I mean, YouTube is one of her checks, and so is Pornhub. So there's that. But she supposedly was caught stealing. I still don't know what she stole. No one has said anything specific about what she stole. This could just be a rumor. You know how that should be. You never know. She could have been doing a 5-month hiatus like I did. And they like, oh, she locked up. No. She killed herself. No. She just went chilling. You know how rumors get. So I don't know. I'm just telling you what they saying in the chat. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Silverback, what's up? Um, I just feel like the type of person Miss Pink was she was supposedly encouraging women to improve who they are, but at the same time encouraging these women to date to wealthy men, and that's it. And to me, it's just that's the worst thing that you could do as a woman. Tell other women to do that. What you should be telling women is to go out there and get their own bread. Because I'm telling you, men will respect you more. Wealthy men who are good for you, they will respect the fact that you out here getting your own bread. And they will never even think about disrespecting you. A man who makes his own money and you ain't making shit and he taking care of you, oh, he'll disrespect you all day, every day. Rude as fuck. Because they have no respect for you. But if you come into the situation where you are making something, where you don't really need him, he's just enhancing you, oh, he'll have another level of respect for you. Have another level of respect for you. It's been real, y'all. I got to go. Thank you for being here. If you have any topic suggestions, you can email me, contact@soncerae.com, and I will come on and do a live stream about it. Whatever it is that you want to talk about, whether you're male or female, whatever you want to talk about, it doesn't matter. We can have a conversation, okay? Have vision and stay focused, y'all. Namaste.